Okay, so today we have an unboxing of the CiT F3. This is a gaming computer case. It is for people who are building a computer on a budget, and as you know, CiT tend to rule that market pretty well. So if you look at the box, you'll see that these come in variations of black and green, black and purple, black and red, and white and blue. We have the white and blue. So now, if we get into the box. So this has some kind of design similarities to a lot of cases NZXT used to make. They don't really make, no, I guess they do. But the Phantoms, this has certain similarities to all those Phantom cases. You can see by the angles of the mesh and the top and whatnot. So you can see you have some mesh at the front here. Then you have a gloss black strip going all the way up and all the way to the back, and then it just ends there. We have two USB 2, headphone microphone jack, a USB 3, reset button. I want to say hard drive LEDs, and then we have a card reader, an SD card reader. So that's very cool. At the top we have more mesh for another fan, exhaust, intake fan, and we have our power button. So if we throw this over here. You can see we have a small side panel window. That has the plastic stuck underneath it, of course. So, as you can see, it's decently sized considering the size of the case. Now, in here we have all of our connections, as well as a fan connection for the rear fan. So you have your card reader, the USB. I like how they labeled that, and I'm not sure they labeled it in the Spectre. The USB 3, all of your front panel connectors, so reset button, hard drive LED, power button, your front USB 2, and your front panel audio. I have a little bag of all the screws that it comes with, including some standoffs, so some standoffs are already included. So this case takes micro ATX, you can tell because it has 4 PCIe slots. So here we have where we can install hard drives and whatnot. So there. So your hard drive would slip in there, and then you close that, and these would go into the holes on the side of the hard drive, effectively screwing it onto this, and then that would slip back in and it would be mounted. So we have a place to mount an SSD here. I have an SSD. So you can see it looks like the SSD would slip underneath, but it clearly won't. What you really do is you line up the holes in the side. I'm going to have to push my cameraman out of the way. You line up these holes on the side, push it in and it slips down, and then you screw these two holes in here. And that's how you mount SSDs in this case. Now the design suggests that it looks like it slips underneath, but it does not. Now for the fans, we have a blue LED in the back and another blue LED in the front. What I would personally do is to just continue the black and blue, or the white and blue theme. I would take this blue LED fan and put it on the front with the other one, and I have a white LED fan here. I would probably put that there. It would just continue the theme and give you another blue LED fan here, which would look better. So as you can see, there are obviously, knowing CiT, no actual grommets for cables, but when you're building in a CiT, you're not really worried that much about cable management. And if I get this panel off, you can see that it is stamped out a significant amount. That allows for a little bit of cable management, but obviously not much. So you can see 4 PCIe slots, which means this supports micro ATX. This is a micro ATX chassis. And for power supplies, you won't really be able to get a very long unit in, but it should be the normal power supply length. Not if you're going for one of the really high-end ones that are much longer, it might be a bit of a bad idea. So your average, like 600 watt, the CX 600 watts from Corsair or whatever, they'll fit in perfectly, and the cables will just go out there. So to take the front panel off this case, you get your fingers under this little handle here, and you should just be able to pull. So we got the front panel off. With this, we had to use this to push in the little clips and keep it on, like so. Because when you try to pull it off normally, it might as well be super glued on. Not a good design when it comes to taking off the front panel. So there's not even a way to put in a fan if you keep it off, or if you keep it on, like you can't screw it in. So if you're going to get this case, get a needle nose pliers and an extra set of hands. But yeah, so that means now we can take this fan, put it there, and put the white fan there. And this would look really nice with 2 fans here, just because it looks a bit off when you have only one LED fan down here. You need another one here. So I'm going to put this back on. And there we go. Well, at least it goes on easily. So on the back, you can see that there are plenty of cable tie down points, and a couple along here as well. So they give you the kind of inside chassis ability to do cable management, but when it comes to actually being able to fit cables behind there, there's next to nothing. So another thing is you can fit a fan in the top of this case, just up here, and it is receded in. Now, how on earth you would at all put that on, I don't know. I don't see a way to get this off, but you're able to, I think. down now. So I'm gonna put the panels back on, and I'm gonna give this case another turn around. So this is a decent case. It costs €30 without shipping, so €35 let's say. Because even if you get free shipping, Amazon add on a little bit. So it's a decent case. My verdict is meh. Basically, I would describe this case with the word meh. It's not great, but it will get you out of a hole when you need a case. It's cheap, and it's much better than some of the really cheap options out there. If you're willing to look over the fact that it's extremely hard to get the front panel off, and the overall it seems that there's something missing when it comes to it. I'm sure you could build a nice system in it, but it wouldn't be one of my choices now. I have one now. I'll probably end up selling it because that was the plan. We got it as a Amazon warehouse deal because we needed something to review, and we saw a couple of cases, so we got them. So so that's been an unboxing and overview of the CiT F3 gaming PC case. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.